you look a lot younger, dude. Sometimes I get
Yeah.
that, but no. I look pretty much like a 40-year-old. It's just like most 40-year-olds my age or my circle. They're like, I don't know. It's mostly about the energy, you know, and that reflects on your face after that, I think.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's also that. But yeah, my guess was, oh no, no, this guy is way younger than me. I gotta ask him like how when was the first time? How did you get to play that game? But it turns out, wow, you could be my classmate because you know, I went to school with I was on the same class with people one year older than me. It was just this little
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll stop rambling that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason, help me with your last name because I misspelled those
Koenig.
pretty.
Oh, Koenig.
Jason Koenig, one of the best. I could easily like if you let me talk, I would easily say like you're the best Mortal Kombat 2 player I've ever witnessed because I never had the honor of getting my ass handed to you. But yeah, definitely one of the best out there. If you ask like my humble opinion, I would say like you're the scariest one. Uh, why I'm saying that, it's weird. Like, I want you to know like how I got to see your channel. Like, I'm one of those guys. Like, when I have comments in my channel, like if they have that certain vibe, I'm curious. I'm like, oh my god, I want to see their channel. And you had this very beautiful comment, but it was also kind of sad for me because it was letting me know something that I could be wrong. Like, this guy had been making videos, but he stopped. It was something like that. Maybe I understood like the wrong way, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, I want to see his channel. And like the icon helped me because you had the reptiles icon from MK2. I'm like, no, 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 I'm
Hmm.
gonna I'm gonna click on this guy's channel, and the first thing I see is this impossible combo with Kung Lao with a turning around thing, and like, holy shit, this guy's scary. And I visualized myself getting my ass handed to me, playing with you. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy would kick my ass. And I go on watching your videos. They were like, oh, I could relate because I like that sweet style where you get to see what this guy is playing. With the old style TV, maybe the console a little bit. And when I saw your
Hmm.
other video with the N64, because I don't get to see many people give love to the Nintendo 64, I was he's one of us. I don't. He's one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, instant subscribe. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now and let you tell me like when was the first time you played Mortal Kombat 2? How did you grow to love that game so much? Well,
All right. Well, it was 1994, a good year.
awesome year.
94, and I was 12, and I was visiting my cousin. We just had stopped into my cousin's house, and he was playing Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo. And I mean, I was always a gamer. I love, Atari, Nintendo. Um, was I don't know if I had a Super Nintendo at that point, but I knew it was around and I wanted one. So, I see Mortal Kombat and I'm just like, holy crap. What my brain just exploded, I was like, this is amazing. And and then I lived like 4 hours away from my cousin. So he was like, yeah, there's a second one, and next time you come down, I can take you to we can go walk over to the arcade and I'll show it to you. And I was just like, wait, it gets better. So I got like a Game Pro magazine, I think, and it had, MK2 in it, and it was talking about the characters and showing some moves and stuff. And that was my first view of it was in a magazine and trying to like think about, oh man, what does this actually look like, in real life, just from seeing the pictures of the moves and the characters and stuff. And it was funny. I remember one of the first pictures I saw was a picture of Kitana doing the fan raise on Jax. but I didn't know at that point in the magazine. I don't know if it didn't tell who the characters exactly were or whatever, but I didn't know who was Katana and who was Jax. So it was like, and I also didn't know that it was a fan. I thought it was like I thought it was some guy or something wearing one of those like like in medieval times where where they had like the helmet thing on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looked like he was like leaning forward and it wasn't a fan. So I don't know. That was my first my first view of Mortal Kombat. And my parents were I came from a very religious house, so my parents were like when I was like that game was so awesome, they were like, "Yeah, you're not getting that." I was like, "Oh, come on." But yeah, then I went maybe a month later, went back by my cousin and we went and he showed me Mortal Kombat 2 and I was just, love at first sight. Just being at the arcades back then, it was for a 12-year-old kid, and it was the 90s. We didn't have like smartphones and stuff. We had to come up with our own, we had to make our own fun. So,
True, true.
yeah, it was pretty mind blowing. And that's, that's pretty much it. And then I used to have to, I mean, when it came out on the consoles, I would have to sneak it.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause I had a Super Nintendo, so I'd have to do the old rent what was the Mickey Mouse game?
Yeah, yeah.
Mickey Mania. I'd have to rent Mickey Mania and then like get Mortal Kombat 2 as well, so that my parents thought I only had Mickey Mania rented. And then I pull out the Mortal Kombat 2 at like 3 in the morning. So yeah, I had to be sneaky about it, but one of my friends, he was actually Greek, and his parents bought it for him, so I would go over there as much as I could. I guess I used him for his Mortal Kombat too. But so yeah, I used to play with him a lot, and Super Nintendo had that awesome four-player mode, so that was a lot of fun. I wish they would make that a thing on one of the console versions because that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was sweet.
So, and then I don't know, it's just been my favorite game ever since. I mean, as I get older, my parents were like didn't care as much if I played it. Yeah. So I got a Sega Saturn, I think, in like '97 or '98, and then I got the MK2 for that, and it was a very good version
Yeah, it was pretty
compared to like
close. It was pretty close to the
yeah
arcade, right?
yeah. The only thing that really stunk was because of the CD.
It
If
was
you
loading.
morphed into Shang, it would like it would pause for like 5 seconds
Yeah.
with your Shang morphs, but otherwise it was a very good port. And yeah, I just kept playing it, and then eventually, I knew it was on PS3, but I didn't have one, and I was like, I want to play this online. It's been my favorite game forever. I got to do it. So in 2010, I got a PS3, and just it had the standalone version on there at the time, which was almost arcade perfect. It's the version that I play in most of my videos. Um, and when I got on, I mean, it's very different to play real people than it is to play the computer.
Yeah, tell me
And
about it.
I had played, I played my friends growing up, but for the most part, it was just the computer that I was playing. So when I got on there, I had a pretty good knowledge of the game, but I was nowhere near the level that I got to from playing against all those great players that were on at the time. But it was funny when I got on there because everybody thought that I was somebody else on an alt account. They were like, "You can't be real. Nobody just comes out of nowhere and like knows the game like this." Because uh, yeah, all the top players that there were a lot of really good players on back then, and they would beat me up for the most part, but I could get some wins with Katana and Molina. Those have always been my strongest characters. And so then they were like, "Yeah, you can't be you're not a new player. You have to be somebody on a fake account." I'm like, I just got this. Like, what? So there's been drama and kind of bad attitudes from the beginning with me, and then my sister would play, and I would talk about it because we had like forums. There was a website back in the day that doesn't exist anymore where you talk about the game, and I love talking about Mortal Kombat. And I would talk about how my sister would play, and she'd play some guys, and then the thing became that I was pretending that I had a sister that played Mortal Kombat, and I was just
That too.
yep. So I had to make a video of us playing, and I think I uploaded it to my old YouTube at the time. I don't have it anymore, but I had to make a video just to prove everybody I'm not lying. Uh, I, I mean, there are some crazy people out
Yeah.
there, so I guess it's not. I wouldn't put it past somebody to be like, "Oh, this is my sister playing," but yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like the top players, you know, I I never had a problem playing anybody that was going to kick my butt. That's why I think I got good because I just was never afraid to. I mean, even the players that would only use top tier. There was the best Molina player out there was insane Nicodemus, crazy, crazy Molina player. He would only use Molina, and I would just do like 50 matches with him and win like a couple. And nobody else would do that because nobody wanted to tolerate sitting through Molina, Molina for 50 matches. But
Of course.
you know, I was determined. Like I got to figure out how to to win these matches to beat this guy. And so yeah, the players that would only use like Jackson, Molina, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna see. I don't mind playing Reptile against those guys or Johnny Cage or I want to see how it's possible to beat the best. So I don't know. I enjoy every match in the game, even the challenging ones.
That's great. That's kind of the same mentality I have. Like I don't mind. Like, wow, this guy's gonna beat me. Yeah, you're probably gonna learn a thing or two. But what
Hmm.
surprises me, and I just hanged on that one word, the top tier. I want to tell you, like this game is like 30 years old now, and Jesus, I didn't even know that there is such a thing as a tier list in this game. I didn't know. Really, it's like uh, this is because of this whole debacle of Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat being blown up. Because yeah, obviously Street Fighter is a very technical game. I mean, if we take it like to from technical perspective, it's super impressive that they use it on tournaments today, like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbos. They still be played today. Obviously, it's very technical, but I think it's pretty unfair to compare these two because yeah, you're taking the one that's already being there up there, like almost generally viewed as the most technical game. You're trying to put down Mortal Kombat because it wasn't as technical, and that like maybe in me created that illusion where, well, yeah, like is there a top tier thing? I mean, I didn't even know that Reptile is the weakest character. You believe that? Because I was looking, let's just say his simple moves, like his high kick or his roundhouse. Like, yeah, they have the best roundhouse kicks in the game. But
Hmm.
I wasn't able to look deeper through that. Like when I realized when you shown that in the video you made, remember with come on, yeah, with the table where you were explaining the
Yeah.
mismatches, and I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, this existed like for 30 years. I had no freaking idea. Because I remember, like, as much as I love the game, I'm a casual player. Like, much as yourself, like in the early days, I would just play versus my friends and mostly the computer. So yeah, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
blown away. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I learned a lot when I got online too. And I would ask people. I mean, I guess I always heard that Reptile was the worst, so that wasn't a surprise to me. But uh, when I first got online, I was under the impression that Liu Kang was the top dog, and that Baraka was probably like total garbage, and and so then I have to have discussions with people, and they would be like, "Oh, this is why it's the way it is," and then not everybody's gonna agree with my tier placement either, but I played so many matches, and I used to do like sets of 10 with one of the other top players, Mike Caldwell. We used to just do like, well, let's do Melina Scorpion. Like you use Melina 10 matches, I'll use Scorpion, and then we'll reverse it and see. Just to see like how, because he had like the best Scorpion around, and my Melina was very good. He had a very good Melina as well. So I figured, this is a good way to see like
To compare, yeah.
what the matchup is like. And our Molinas destroyed our Scorpions like 9-1. So yeah, it's but there still will be people that tell me like, oh no, Scorpion wins that matchup. I'm like, well,
Obviously not.
uh, I mean, you're welcome to try. You're welcome to try bringing your Scorpion against my Molina or any other top Molina and see what happens, but it's not gonna be good for you.
Well,
Yeah,
at least Scorpion is the best ninja out of the three, right?
yeah, but I'd say it's very minimal.
Yeah.
Like they're all very close.
Is
Yeah,
it because of
it's
the
just
teleport? Is it because of the teleport that he gets that extra
yeah,
kick?
yeah, and the air throw as well.
Hmm.
The air throw is kind of underrated. People don't, I mean, you don't really see people using it too often, but he can use it a lot to pressure um, when he's just hopping over
Hmm.
somebody that's, like crouching or blocking. He can just continuously hop over them. And then if they try to jump to get away, they get thrown. So, yeah, he has a few more tools than the other ninjas.
Hmm. Hmm. Jax was also a surprise for me that he's that good. But
Yeah, he was a surprise for me too when I found that out initially. I was like, wait, what? This slow, clunky character is wait, what? But because he is slow and clunky, I don't think he was very popular and not many people used him. Um, and I have to say, he's pretty hard to get good with. So I think there's that too, where somebody like Liu Kang, you just have to hit forward, any
hmm
button, and you look like a god because his moves come out so fast, right?
yeah, he's fast.
Yeah. But Jax is a beast. Jax, yeah, only one bad match in the game. And that's Molina, and it's not even that bad of a match. So,
Yeah. So about the combos and all that stuff, that are amazing things. Like
mhm.
with the button almost getting released but not really released, to do that trick. Well, I
Yeah.
almost I almost destroyed one thumb, but I made it. Like I made like a couple. I mean, when I saw like a couple ground pounds, let's just say, I was like, yeah, yeah, I made it. But
All
my
right.
thumb was like annihilated. But how did you learn those things?
Well, guys were doing them online for a while, and it was like top secret information.
Hmm.
And I kept asking the few people that could do them, and it was a competitive scene 10 plus years ago, and nobody wanted to give up their secrets. But
Okay.
finally, one of the guys, one of my friends that knew how to do them was like, I'll tell you, but you're sworn to secrecy. So that's why I said I think they're gonna send the hitman out after me because I'm giving out all the secrets. Yeah. So he taught me. I mean, he basically just said, what I said in the video,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it takes practice. It takes
Obviously.
practice for sure. But at first, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this in a real match because it's just so you have to concentrate so hard to try to pull this off. But like when I did it in the match with Daryl,
Hmm.
I remember when I did it, he was like, "How is that even possible?"
Yeah, I
I
remember.
wasn't even I wasn't even trying. It just, it just happened in the match. I was like purposely went into it going, I'm gonna try not to do ground pounds because people are gonna say, "Oh, he's cheating."
Oh, they're gonna be
Because
upset. And
yeah, they
I
I
know, and I know Daryl like this really sweet guy. Like he's awesome. Like, and when I saw the matchup, I had only like subscribed in your channel. I don't remember how many days, and I saw the video. I'm scrolling on my YouTube, and there it is, and I see the video, and I'm like, holy shit! I didn't get the chance to tell Daryl that he's gonna get his ass handed to him. Like, wow! And I instantly pressed play to see what's gonna happen because like I said before, when I saw your videos, like in my head, I knew, oh, this guy. Holy shit, that's scary! Like, look at that! Look at Kitana going in the corner and absolutely destroying that thing. That was scary. And now every now and then anything that happens, like I'm playing with the AI, obviously. Like if there's a glitch or a minor thing or the AI does something insane or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, did you have to get possessed by Jason now? Like it's a I think you should know you'll become a meme like that.